More than 5 million adults here in America deal with paralysis, but the great people over at CSU are developing a way to make life just a little bit more comfortable. Kristen Morris and Lida Aflatoony join us now to tell us more about what you have come up with. You brought your design. What do we have here?
Thank you for having us. Thank you. So Kristen and myself started to design this shoe 2 years ago based on the research and data we had. So this is a shoe. So answering your question, simply, this is a shoe made for people who use ankle foot orthosis or AFO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how does it work? What's going on here? It looks like just a shoe, right? But there's so much happening.
Right.
Yes.
So the three kind of inventions that we've put into the shoe is a wider and deeper footbed to accommodate the ankle brace, the AFO, and also the foot. So when you wear an AFO, the brace goes inside of the shoe as well. So we need wider, extra width, and extra depth to fit the foot and the brace comfortably. And then the next kind of thing is to have it to be easier to take on and take off. So what we did is we hid zippers underneath what's called the eye stays on the upper part of the shoe.
Nice.
So it can actually open up. So when you have an AFO on, you can't necessarily bend your foot and ankle. It just kind of goes in as, you know, at a 90-degree angle. And then kind of the last thing, as you can see here, is we're very fashion forward. So even though we we want to design functional footwear, we definitely want to make sure that it is fashionable and fits in with the current trends, because as you can imagine, there's not a lot of shoes like this on the market, and there's definitely not a lot of shoes that look great and express people's personalities. And then what Lida just showed here is we also designed it to be somewhat modular. So at the end of the day, this can help with donning and doffing. It can help with like seasonal transitions from like summer low top to fall, boot kind of just for aesthetics. And then the last thing that helps do too is with the AFOs on, there are some abrasion points that rub through, the interiors of the shoes faster than if you don't wear an AFO. And so this modularity can help, kind of replace parts that may be wearing out faster than others.
100%. Yeah. I can't believe how fast that was, how quickly you were able to just switch that out. Obviously, there's a huge need for this. How did you guys discover that need, or kind of where did this all come from?
Yeah, so it started with, so we do a bunch of research in the department, and it started with doing interviews with about 27 people who identified as being paralyzed. And from that, those interviews, footwear and AFOs came up over and over and over again. And so we're like, there's something here. There's an unmet need. We really need to make sure, that, if the research is guiding us in one direction or the other, let's dive into this footwear problem. And so from there, we developed, this is our first prototype. We've actually done a follow-up round of interviews with 13 more people. We've developed a second prototype that we didn't bring today. It looks more of like an athletic shoe. And then from there, we'll do another round of evaluations called alpha testing. And so, yeah, we're very much into having the research lead us in this process.
Absolutely. Yeah. How soon are you hoping that people will be able to get their hands on these?
Oh, yeah. So we're still in the development phase. We're looking to have something commercialized and available for people next year. Our website is brand new. It'll be up and going next week. So Ultra Adapt is the brand name that we've been landing on. So ultraadapt.com. And right now we are working with our team at CSU to help commercialize this shoe and bring the brand itself to life. But we're looking at about a year's time. So yeah, keep us in mind until then. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just to wrap it all up in a sentence or two, why is it just so important, and why does it mean so much to you guys to be able to develop something like this?
So as I started my PhD, first I was Kristen's student back when I was at the University of Missouri, and then now we are colleagues. So from that time, we started to work and design for people with special needs. People with disabilities, and then moving forward, we want to that would be our goal, just whatever we design, that would be a cool design, nice design, but for people who have disabilities as well as who do not have disabilities. So we are trying to design inclusive, items. So that was a goal. So because we are moving forward with that goal for years now. And then based on the research and data that Kristen mentioned, we figured out there is a huge need in this area that never been met so far. And right now, commercialized available shoes out there, there might be good approaches, but still people want more. They want something that would be fashionable as well as being, suit their needs, not big, bulky with Velcro, They want something new. So that was, we started to design that. That was motivated us to start to design something like this. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for coming in.
you.
This is absolutely amazing, and we can't wait to see everything that happens in the next year or so.
Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.